I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride my bike. I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride where I like.
We're not drunk.
Are we?
We're not.
Are you sure? All right, hey everyone, welcome back to Pizza Sutra. Thanks for checking in again. We love you. Today we're gonna do a pie from Michigan, and I'm absolutely stoked to be showing you this. This is a Stoked Tavern style 4-meat pizza. It's from Michigan, and guess what else happened in Michigan? Our family member of Pizza Sutra here, Tony, he went over there and did some BMX stuff over there. So here in a little while he's gonna show you about that, but until then, we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna endo our way right into the oven for our Stoked Tavern style 4-meat pizza. Preheat oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Remove pizza from packaging and place in center rack of the oven. Bake for approximately 17 to 22 minutes or until cheese is golden brown. So earlier we were talking about a BMX thing that happened in Michigan that our Pizza Sutra brother, Tony, partook in. I'm gonna warm you up a little bit with a little BMX history. So you can trace BMX's roots all the way back to the 1950s. It really took off in about the late 1970s, along with a lot of other action sports like skateboarding and rollerblading or whatever. You know, I'm sure your grandpa told you about. We used to do these things with the boards. So out of these action sports, BMX racing, downhill bombing, all racing, like everything. Out of that came flatland, and I think the best way to describe flatland is kind of like it's way more artistic, and you know what? I don't know, I'm a poser, I don't know. I don't ride bike, I don't even know how to ride a bike. What's a bike? But you know who does know how to ride a bike? It's Tony. Hey Tony, why don't you come over here and help me out? Yeah, Tony does, and he can tell you all about it because he actually participated in that competition. And what'd you get?
What?
What did you get at that competition? He got first place, which is super cool, and we're super jacked for him. Like,
We're stoked.
go! We're stoked! Tell us specifically about Flatland BMX, the competition that you were in.
So basically Flatland is, I guess you'd consider it the ballet of BMX. Basically you just maneuver around the bike using the pegs, brakes, feet, without touching the ground. That's kind of the goal of it, just performing tricks.
I've seen him do it. It's like he's floating. So the ballet of BMX is a very accurate way to describe it. I would have said yoga, but
My body doesn't stretch like that.
yeah.
The contest I went to was called the AFA Series, American Flatland Association. In the 80s it used to be the AFA, American Freestyle Association. James McGraw brought that back. James McGraw, he used to ride in the AFA in the 80s, and now he brought it back. Flatland only this time, but he held a contest in Detroit that we went to a couple months back, and it's just flatland.
Just flatland.
Cool though, Matt
Well,
Hoffman
you know
was
it's
there.
not flat right now. Look at all that cheese. Look at the crispification. Oh my goodness, pepperoni's under the cheese. I hope we let it sit long enough. The first bite I take out of this pie, usually it's like crust, you know, and we've talked about this. We've had big conversations about this, you and I. This time it wasn't the crust that jumped out at me. This time it was the cheese and I think that's oregano, or the oregano on the sauce jump out at me first, which is really exciting and really fun. Next up, I noticed the crust. It's got a really good crisp to it. It reminds me of a latte matza, except the bottom, maybe a little less cheese, but the bottom is a little more crispy, and it rivals that pie. Look at that. I'm really happy Janelle brought this pie down. Oh my goodness. But I'm gonna let the rest of the team dive into this sucker and see what they have to say about it. I'm really excited. We mouthed that stoked pie. We were peeky squeaking, hitchhiking all over the place. And as we were doing that stuff, we were talking about how we liked this pie. It did really well. This is a pie from Michigan, as we have already stated. I believe Janelle got it from Iowa, right? This is a mid-range pie at $6.99, coming straight at you from Michigan, as we stated previously. Let's bunny hop into the scores and see how it placed. For our crust, we got a 6 out of 8 slices. With this much cheese and things like that, this crust stayed crunchy, but not over the top crunchy. It held its ground, and through with how much sauce and cheese and toppings that were on this thing, it held its ground. I was really excited. That's why we gave it a 6 out of 8. For our sauce, there was a lot of sauce, and it was very flavorful, and we liked it a lot because it had a lot. We got a 7 on that, 7 out of 8 slices, which is pretty high. For our cheese, we got a 7 out of 8 slices. There was a lot of cheese, and it was pretty flavorful cheese. And when we were pulling it out and cutting it, we actually saw like cheese bubble and pop. I was like, what is that? Did you get that? No, we didn't get it, so you guys don't get to see. That's for me, not you. But that's okay, maybe next time. For our toppings, we got a 5 out of 8 slices. Yeah, that's the lowest score that we got in this pie was on the toppings. And the only reason those toppings scored so low was because the cheese, the sauce, and the crust were all good enough that they overwhelmed the toppings, which is kind of cool, but it was a 4-meat pie, and when you get a 4-meat pie, you better feel all 4 meats all up in you. Overall, this pie got 6 out of 8 slices for a mid-range pie. Unfortunately for us, we're in Wisconsin, and although we have a lot of frozen pizzas we can choose from, this isn't one of them that we know of. So this saddens me greatly, but for everyone else that's not in Wisconsin or in an area that does sell it, have fun. Go out, try it, and if you find it, we'll take some. Bring it to us. Bring it to me so I may eat it. Remember to like, click, subscribe, do all that stuff, whatever. Tony's competition that he won first place in will be in the link below, so you'll get to watch the whole thing and all those smooth, like, poetic BMX stuff that he does. Subscribe to his stuff, comment on it. We're out of here. Pizza is love. Bye!